Welcome to The Practical Path, the podcast for personal and spiritual growth. I'm Bill Sklodowski. On the path today, how to use your downtime to recharge your energies and do a little personal exploration.
I'm Vicki Wagoner. Also today, the power of gratitude, learning life's lessons, and being open to receiving help.
Thanks for joining us. Let's get started on today's path. And welcome. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. I'm Bill Sklodowski, and along with me, as always, co-host Vicki Wagoner. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Funny you should ask.
I know.
I'm good. I'm always good. It's always a pleasure to be here with you and to sort out what the heck is going on with your life, or at least take a shot. At least take a shot at it, right?
I think the shot is better than figuring it out. It's like, oh my God.
Are we talking whiskey or are we talking?
It's just, we talked a minute before we started. I have no motivation. I
am feeling the same.
Oh.
And here I am coming to you to say, what the hell is going on? And you're feeling the same. So maybe a lot of our friends in the audience are doing the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably natural that people go through these cycles of either absolutely positively, on fire, ready to go and just, take on the world. And then sometimes not so much.
Yeah, this is my not so much week.
And it is for me too. And
yeah.
And again, like you said, we were just talking before when we started recording here, and it's odd because we're both kind of in that space, because usually, if one of us is, having a down day or something, that's like with any group of people. Usually there might be one person having a bad week and everybody else is like going to be helpful or whatever, or say, you can do this or whatever. But anyway, the timing of it is not important. Here we are. And I wonder, it's interesting because we also just figured out that there was as we record this, again, you may be listening at a different time, but as we record this show, there was some big full moon, one of those named super moons going on last night as we record this. And I was just, I don't know. I don't know that in my belief system, I'm not sure that there's any connection there between the astrology of things and the way I'm feeling in the moment. And yet I recognize that I guess there could be a connection.
I feel there is.
Do you have any feelings on that one way or the other?
I do feel that we're affected by our environment, and the universe. So I don't know, maybe it's just a time where we're just, taking time to slow down and, be with ourselves and just be okay to go, sometimes you're just going to have a slump time and maybe you need it, maybe we need this time, and because I think the world we're always, moving and, striving and, wanting this and wanting that. So maybe this is a time to just kind of go, it's okay to sit on the deck wrapped in a blanket like I was this morning, being in Georgia.
Right.
And it with my dog, and it just was like, it's okay. It's okay that I don't have anything planned. It's okay that I'm just sitting here, just chilling out and enjoying nature. Because I was feeling like, maybe I should vacuum, or maybe I should write this or do this. And I'm like, no, I just want to sit here. So maybe it's a time for us to just slow down and just breathe and just go, okay, it's okay to just do nothing for 5 minutes.
Right.
So,
Right.
what do you feel?
Of course, I feel the 5 minutes has been going on for about a week now. So there's that. But yes, I do agree with that. And my challenge with it is that sometimes when I have that feeling that it's like, it's okay, it's all right to sit here, like you said, I'll sit on the patio of my apartment here. And actually last night it was pretty nice and cool out there for a change here in Florida. But even then, sometimes my brain will be running. It's like, okay, I'm sitting, I'm relaxing. Now what am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to be relaxing? Am I doing it right? Am I thinking about the right things? Am I, and so there's that.
Yeah.
And there's I don't want to call it guilt, because it's not really guilt, but there is a sense of feeling like, damn, I should be doing something and I'm not.
Yes.
And I
Hmm.
feel pretty crappy about that. And the only person to blame is me. And then you get into that little spiral of, oh, I'm worthless. I'm terrible. I should be doing something. And it's like, okay, all right, all right. I got you. I hear you. I got it. So yeah, I think there needs to be that. One of the personal development gurus I read a long time, and Michael O'Neill, wherever you are, Michael O'Neill, shout out to you.
Yep.
One of his best slogans, best cliches was cut yourself infinite amounts of slack. You know, everybody
Oh,
says cut yourself some slack. He would always say cut yourself infinite amounts of slack. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, all right, all right. I'm gonna try and do that. We'll see how it goes.
I think we need to be more like cats and dogs. They just, they have their busy moment and then they just chill. And I don't think I ever hear Max going, geez, I should be vacuuming. I should be, picking up my dog bones, my toys. It's like he's just out. So,
Yeah, but he has you for that. No, but I do get
well,
it. I
that's
do
right.
understand. Yeah, I understand the what you're saying exactly because animals, I mean, especially the ones we live with, our dogs and cats and whatever else, but especially those guys are with us constantly. And if we pay attention, they are good reminders
Mhm.
of a lot of things. And one of the best is living in the moment right now.
Oh, yes.
Dog doesn't care what's happening tomorrow. Now, he might care that dinner might be 5 minutes late, or he might,
Oh, yeah.
whatever. I mean, I understand that because we train them that way. We train our
Mhm.
animals that like 5 o'clock is dinner time and it's 5:15 and there's no food in the bowl. You're going to hear it. Okay, I
Oh, yeah.
get that. But
Yeah.
still, the in the moment thing is whatever the moment is, it's good. It's fine. When
Yeah.
you're a dog or you're a cat, you're not thinking about yesterday. You're not thinking about tomorrow. As far as we can tell. I mean, maybe dogs have thoughts of tomorrow. Who knows? But I doubt it.
So going back to it's okay to, be like, I'm not feeling motivated. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling that. I'm just going to sit. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to take a nap. Maybe it's the universe's way of saying, you know what, you need to recharge.
Mhm. I love that. I do.
Yeah.
I think, and again, the spiritual but human part of me still says, okay, for how long? I think we talked about that last week. Or in a recent show, we talked about if you're having a moment, if you're PO'd, pissed off at the world or whatever, it's like, go ahead, express it, but
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you know, give it whatever time it needs, but no more.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
again, for better or for worse, I'm still sitting here going, okay, I'm recharging. I'm looking at my wall, how it's like when you're looking at your iPhone plugged into the wall and it's like, all right, I'm not to 100% yet. When will I be at 100%? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So yes, there's the time part of it that it's like
Yeah.
I'm okay with the recharging. I'm okay with the taking it
Mhm.
easy, with the reflecting and all of that. I just have to be more, well, I would want to choose to be, um, again, cut myself infinite amounts of slack. If it takes all
Yeah.
day, fine. If it takes a week, okay,
Mhm.
maybe it does. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think? Last words on that one?
Uh, I'm just going to say, let's just go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go with it.
I'm
Just
okay with that.
go.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. Yeah. Yeah. And hope for and express the hope, feeling, desire, whatever, that it's like, okay, whatever needs to be done is being done. Hey, it's Bill stepping out of the studio for a quick second. On the podcast, one of the things we talk about a lot is motivation, the desire to get things done in life. It might be physical stuff, losing a few pounds, getting a better job, finding a great relationship. Or it might be more of what I like to call internal things, finding ways to feel better about yourself or life in general. Well, to help our listeners along that particular path, we've prepared a helpful, simple guide for personal motivation. It's called Flipping the Switch: How to Create Motivation at a Moment's Notice. I'd like to send you a free copy, along with some other special bonus goodies. Bonus, you say? Well, yes, kind of an unadvertised in-store special. What is it? Well, you'll just have to find out for yourself. So, do this. Head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com. Yep, the same name as the podcast itself. Put in your email and we'll immediately send you to the free download. We'll also let you know about upcoming podcast episodes and other behind-the-scenes information. Again, just head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com, and get your free guide to boosting your personal motivation. I'm sure you'll find it helpful and, dare I say, practical. Now, back to the show. Yeah, clever transition, brings me to my fortune cookie. I was running late I was running late last night, so I'm not going to say it was, planned or whatever, but there was some lo mein noodles in my dinner plans last night. So anyway, a little pork lo mein, one of my faves. And the fortune cookie reads as follows, quote, "To be hopeful is to see the potential for positive change in every situation." Ooh.
Oh,
thank you, fortune cookie. That's going on my wall somewhere. To be hopeful, and the key word here is hopeful, right? Hopeful. To be hopeful is to see the potential for positive change in any situation. So I'm bored to tears. I'm sitting around. I'm doing nothing. But I think as long as I have that optimism, hopefulness, whatever you want to call it, that it's like, okay, whatever I need to do, I'm doing it. I'm hopeful that I am doing it. Right. Even if it's nothing, even if it's the recharging like we talked about.
Yeah.
And then that will bring about some positive change. Something is coming, or I am like you said, I'm recharging for some other activity that's coming to me or whatever. And so, okay, I can be quiet in this moment with the hope, with the intention. To me, that's kind of almost the same thing. I'm setting the intention. I'm being hopeful that the thing is that whatever's coming, whatever is coming is a positive change for me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know how I say there's a gift in everything and there's a lesson in everything. So maybe the lesson is just take a few minutes to recharge, and something else is going to be coming. So you're charged up and ready to go for whatever's out there, because you can't plan your day. I mean, you can plan your day, yet things happen in between. So take those few moments to just enjoy the quiet and be, available to whenever something happens, you're ready to go.
Right. And like you said, I think I'm not a big planner, and maybe that would help me a little more. Maybe if I did start each day with a little bit more intention of here's the things that I'd like to accomplish. And a friend of mine, I was talking with another friend of mine about that whole idea of a to-do list, or because I mean, again, I'm holding up my phone. I'm my this gadget that we live with 24/7 that pretty much runs our lives now comes with all kinds of apps to organize our lives and our time and our schedule and all of that stuff. And honestly, I use them a little bit, but not a lot. I mean, every week I've got that, on my calendar. Okay, I'm recording the podcast with Vicki this morning at 10 a.m. Great, or whatever. And, I'm playing pickleball with friends on Thursday night at 7:30 at this particular park. Okay, good. Through the course of the week, do I look at it? Do I need to remind myself, oh, it's Thursday, it's pickleball night? Not really. So anyway, long story short, I've thought about the idea of, okay, do I need to be more intentional about creating plans for myself on a more, and in the business world, the fancy term is granular basis, smaller little chunks of time. All right, at 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning, I'm going to write this blog post. And at 4 p.m., I'm going to take the dog for a walk, whatever. And I've never gotten into that. I never have.
No,
I don't know, better or worse. I don't know. You made a face. You made a face. What was
I
that?
made a face. It's too restrictive. It's too, I don't know, structured. And I'm not really a structured person. Yeah, I have, things laid out. Yeah, I feel more, I feel it's more like a guideline, you know.
Right?
And if I want to do it, I will. And if I don't, well, you know what? I can put it on another day.
And that's okay too. I one of my absolute favorite lines in one of the very first, it's either in the first or second movie of the Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean with Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, where they have the pirate rules or something like that. And the head pirate goes, we think of them more as guidelines. Yeah, I get it. Yes. I love that. I love that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. Good.
But so one thing that I've done it sometimes, and now that I hear myself talking about it, I'm thinking I'm going to start again. My desk is littered with little post-it notes and little tiny note cards as you and I talk, I'll take notes on what we're talking, all of that stuff. And
Right.
what I've done in the past is before I get up from the desk in the afternoon or evening and I'm going over to the couch to watch a baseball game or whatever I'm doing to just kind of transition from, you can't see it in the background, but I mean, literally my couch and my TV are in the background. So, half the room is office, computer,
Yeah.
desk, file cabinets. The other half is couch and TV and what. So it's not like I have a long walk between
No.
my office and everything. But having said that, what I have tried in the past, and it's kind of worked, and I think this is my first step to get back to organization and intention setting, is
There you
before I
go.
leave this desk at night, I'm going to take pen and I'm going to take paper and I'm going to take post-it note and I'm going to just write down two or three things that I'd like to work on tomorrow that I
Mhm.
want to, so that when I sit down at the desk tomorrow morning, I'm like, oh, I got a couple of things. Let's do
Huh.
this. Let's get these things done first, or work on these things at some point during the day. Anyway, how did this turn into a personal productivity podcast? I don't know, but I, I think it's all a matter of, yeah,
Yeah, I think everybody can benefit from just little highlights or little notes and, just going, and whatever arrangement, you just make a list and you decide which one you want to do first and so forth. But it kind of keeps you a little bit organized. It gets things done, and makes you feel good at the end of the day that you can cross things off. So
right.
because I do the same thing. And my phone, I call it my brain because I put everything in my brain because that's
There
why I
you
can
go.
remember everything
Perfect.
that I need to remember. Um,
Perfect.
but I refer to that and I go, okay, I'll do this now. This other thing, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. So it's okay, but yeah,
Right.
you still have that reminder and that focus of getting it done. So
Mhm.
timing is whenever it's going to be. Yet going
Right.
through the steps and getting it done.
Right.
It feels
And
good.
for me, you're right, because there's very little I find more satisfying than crossing something off the list.
No, I love that when I can delete it and I am a note writer too. I have notes everywhere.
Right.
And when you can
Right.
cross it off or crumple it up and recycle it, that's my favorite.
There you go. This is done. Done. Yay.
It's done.
All right. So
You're
there you go.
recycled.
All right, little personal
Excuse me.
productivity this morning here on the show, and that's okay. Yeah. But again, I think I feel that that's important for a couple of things because, like we said, especially these past few days where I have felt like doing nothing. And I reflect on that and I'm like, all right, have I planned on doing anything? Have I set the intention of doing anything? Not really. Okay, well, maybe that's where you start. Maybe that's, I don't know. I've read my share of productivity and time management books and stuff like that. And I think one of the best ideas that I saw, um, and I'm trying to remember whose book it was. Atomic Habits, I think. Atomic Habits is the name of a book. It's not atomic like nuclear power. It's atomic
Okay.
as in so small that we're down to like electrons and neutron size, little itty bitty things. And one of the guy, and James Clear. There you go. Shout out James Clear, Atomic Habits. Find something that you can do that's so small that is part of this thing you want to do but is so small that it's like that there's no thought in it, there's no worry about it, that of course I can do that. And all it does is it primes the pump in your brain to say, okay, if all
Hmm.
I do, if I'm, I want to go out, I want to start jogging, I want to get in shape, how do you do that? I'm going to jog. Okay, every jog, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to go out for a walk or a run every morning. Okay, what do you have to do first? Well, I have to get up in the morning and get dressed, and okay, I'm going to put my sneakers on. That's
Okay.
it. That's the small thing. I'm going to put
That's
my
it.
sneakers on. And
Okay.
then hopefully, we're back to my fortune cookie. That kind of sparks the brain. Okay, I put my sneakers on. Okay, maybe I'll put my running shorts on if I haven't already, or the next thing and the next thing and the next thing,
Yeah.
to break it down to something so small that it's no effort, no thought, no nothing, but
Yeah.
all those little, oh wait, it's a Vicki Wagoner grains of sand on the beach thing. Oh
I
my
was
God.
waiting for that.
Oh my God. I just thought, light bulb, light bulb moment.
I had the same thought, and I'm going, when's Bill going to bring that up?
All right, why aren't you writing that book? Where's your productivity book? Come on.
It's somewhere around here. I haven't found it yet.
I'll get around to writing it someday. Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah. So look at that. So look how much of a full circle has that been, boys and girls. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that's wow. I never even thought. All right, so there's today's lesson for Bill. Oh boy, one little thing adds up to the next, adds up to the next. Pretty soon you got the whole beach or
Absolutely.
whatever it is you're
Yeah,
building. The
whatever
whole,
you want. Yep.
you put down one brick, pretty soon you got the whole street or sidewalk or whatever it is you intend to be building or whatever.
And let's throw in there, how much have we laughed through this whole thing?
How much have we what?
How much have we laughed through the whole thing? This
I
whole
don't
book.
understand. What do you mean?
Well, laughter,
Oh,
act,
laughed. Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I thought you said
laughter.
lapped, like taking laps
Oh,
around the track. No,
no,
laughed.
not gonna do
Yes.
that.
Oh, yeah, no, no. All right, so we have laughed a lot through it, and what does that mean, Ms. Vicky?
Well, to me, it built up that energy, and it filled, to me, it filled the space and filled me, and it just motivated me to go, yeah, okay, this has been a lot of fun. So have all these little things. If you look at my desk, can't even see it, but it's like just laughing through it. It's like, okay, I can do these few little things here, and have fun doing it. Because I think that's part of it too. Anything you can laugh about and lighten also makes it easier to get motivated to go, okay, this was fun. I feel really good. I got more energy. Let me do this one little thing, which next thing you know, you've cleaned everything,
Right.
so, but
Right.
laughter is really, really important to
It
motivate us to
totally is. Totally
lighten
is.
the
And
mood.
I
Yeah.
can't, we can't, we can't emphasize that enough, I don't think, because it's so important with it's everything in life. You and I were talking again before we started to record about our other friend, our old friend BJ Odom there, my old radio buddy and in the radio business and the podcast that he and I do. Um, and we spent like a half an hour of our other podcast, he and I talking about his health. And he was the one that even came up with the theory that his, I'm not going to say good health, but the fact that he's maintained a good attitude and laughed about it and had fun with it and made jokes about things and had a positive, upbeat attitude about so much of his life has helped him to get through crazy health challenge. I mean, the guy had a heart transplant 20 years ago and, all of that stuff. So
A
again,
miracle.
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead. Yeah.
He's, he's a miracle, and has the best attitude. He is always funny. He is always positive. He's always ready, to tell a joke.
Right.
And to me, that's inspiration. That if he's got all this going on and he can maintain that, knowing that he makes everything light and bright is remarkable and
Right.
inspiring.
Right. Right. And again, I mean, we're not setting the bar too high for people here. I don't want you to think it's like, okay, I'm having a god awful day or something tragic just happened, but no, I have to make a joke about it. No, that's not it at all. but I think it's in average, right? Or as you look at the big picture, another one of our favorite concepts on this show,
Right.
as you look at the whole big picture of things, is my overall general attitude on life positive or negative? Is the world, one again, another one of the gurus that I read and I follow his books and all that. He's like, if you can make that decision, if you can figure out that the universe is supportive of me, is helping me, is doing what it can to get me to my goals, your life is going to be so much better. Your life is so much
Absolutely.
more ridiculous. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, that it's not like, okay, I'm having heart surgery, like our friend BJ Odom. I'm having heart surgery. Oh, that's going to be fabulous. Well, no, it's a serious thing. But
Yeah.
again, in the overall picture of life and all of that is positive and upbeat and fun and all of that. And
Yeah.
that's where the support, I think, from the rest of the universe comes into play.
Oh,
Angels,
yeah.
universe, whatever you choose to call it, it doesn't matter.
Also, gratitude, being grateful,
Right.
being
Talk about
grateful for
that.
what we
Say
have.
more, as they say. Say more.
Yeah, we wake up every morning. I'm grateful that I'm still here, grateful that yes, I'm getting older, yet I can still do a lot of things that I enjoy. So, just being grateful, we have, a home to live in and we're safe and, we have food on our table. I feel lots of times we take that for granted because it's just right there in front of us, but taking a moment to step back and go, look what you manifested, look
Hmm.
what your energy has put into this, that you will have all this people in your life that love you, support you. Excuse me. And if you fall down, look at what did you do to get yourself back up?
Right.
And being grateful that you loved and respected and honored yourself so much that you could keep moving forward.
Right.
To me,
Right.
gratitude along, with all this really is very important.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, another conversation we had privately before this, before the podcast started, I was talking about some friends that are having, some elective surgeries coming up. I mean, things like, big stuff. I mean, look at you. You had the shoulder surgery
Shoulder
replacement.
replacement.
Yeah, yeah, you got a whole bionic parts there, and I've recently heard from some other friends that are having knee replacement surgery and all that sort of thing, and I think to myself, okay, again, God, angels, universe, whatever you choose to pray to give thanks to. I mean, again,
Yes.
we're not here to tell you about any particular religious practice, but I do that. I go to bed at night thinking about how grateful I am for my good health and the way, that I can take care of myself and all of that stuff. And, it's just amazing to me that we get this far in life and we don't, we think, what, you think you did all this by yourself? You think you got this far just by the strength of your own power and whatever? Hell no.
No, lots. I think my angels are on vacation. They're like, oh my God, give me a break.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I'm pretty sure you do have like teams. Like it's like in hockey where some guys will like skate around like crazy for a little. Literally, all they skate is for like a minute or 2 minutes, and then they're so beat up and tired they got to hop out. The next guy hops in. The next guy hops. That's your angels. It's like they're
Oh yeah.
chasing after you so hard. Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story. But yes, but the good news in all of that, I mean, again, there it's somewhere, somehow, some angel is always watching over you and me and everybody, right? It's
Yes,
just it's not like the universe is ever going to let you down with anything. It's like,
right,
okay, there may be, yeah, we all have our tough things in life. There's always something crazy going on that requires some work or effort or whatever,
right.
but it's not like you've been abandoned. It's not like you've been,
Oh, yeah.
whatever, angels, where are you when I need you? No, they're there, but maybe you got some work to do, kind of
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I trust that. Whatever anybody believes, I honor that. Yet I do believe that we have angels, guides, loved ones. I know my grandma's always around me that are always there to help you. And sometimes the only way to learn a lesson is you got to go through it. And sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's hard. Yet going through it, again, where's your courage, your strength, the love for yourself, the respect for yourself, the support that you're receiving? Mostly, what is it that you learn from it? How
Right.
can you grow from that? How can you inspire other people by what you've been through, sharing with them and saying, it's going to be okay. A little bit of work, but it's going to be okay.
Right. Because I mean, we really, and when I say we, I'm talking about us people, us humans
Yeah,
here right now, living this life right now. Yes, we have help and guidance and support and all of that, but you still, and again, by you, I mean me, I mean you, I mean everybody listening, we
everybody.
still have to do the work.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
we still have to do the thing. We can, like I said, and like you said, help, support, guidance, love, whatever, all of
Yeah,
that.
all
Sure.
around.
But at the end of the day, I had a friend once who said
Oh, here
he
it
was like,
comes.
I'm trying to get in shape. He says, I'm still looking on Craigslist to find somebody I can hire to do the sit-ups for me. And I'm like, when you find that guy, you let me know,
I want the
It's like,
number.
you're right. You do the sit-ups, I get the six-pack abs. Perfect. I love that. No, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
darn, you
You
burst my bubble.
Right, right. You still have to do the work, whatever that work might be, whether it's physical or spiritual or mental or emotional, whatever the work is, you got to do it. You have
Absolutely.
help, you have
Yeah,
support, you have guidance if you want, whatever.
yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely.
But you're still the one doing the push ups
Oh,
or
come
the
on.
sit ups.
I
Or
wanted the easy way out.
I know. Push, push. I still have mine. This has got to be 40 years old. I still have
Oh,
a
your
button.
easy button.
That was easy.
I push the button and it says that was easy. But that kids, you got young people out here have no idea what this is. This was from Office Depot or Staples or one of the office from Staples,
I
from
was
one of
going
the
to say,
office places, one of the office stores. They had an easy button and it was a great promotion for a long, long time. Anyway, I still have my easy button. So,
oh my gosh.
and I'm still, yeah. All right. I'm still waiting for the guy to do the sit-ups for me and all that. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're halfway through the show already. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I know it always happens that way. Time
I
flies.
know.
Time flies. All right.
We have such a good time.
We do. We do. And hopefully
I feel I do.
I do too. And hopefully we're being useful and helpful to our
I hope
listeners as
so.
well. I'm pretty sure we are. So all good. All right. Do this. Go refill your coffee or whatever it is you need to do. And we'll take a quick break and we'll see you on the other side. We will be right back. Welcome back. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. I'm Bill Skladowski and co-host Vicki Wagoner is here. And Ms. Vicki, we talk about this every week, but of course it's always important. How can someone get in touch with you if they would like a little bit of help in figuring out all the things we've been talking about here for themselves?
All right. Well, they can call me at 239-248-0586. They can also text. And you can email me at Vicki, Vicki, Wagoner, Wagoner, 53 at gmail.com.
There you go. And if yours truly is still a geek, even at his advanced years, still a computer geek. And if you need help with computers and iPhones and iPads and all that stuff, I'd direct you to my YouTube channel. If you just look up Bill's iPhone Tips on YouTube, you'll find my channel with all my videos on how to get in touch should you want to do that. So there you go. Awesome.
And you should, because you are really good at it. I don't know how I know that after all these years.
After all these years. Thank you. I appreciate that. We were talking about setting intentions and figuring out, what you want to do. And sometimes you have the downtime and all of that.
Mhm.
I came across this article the other day on I even forget where it was. So shout out to Matt Godesman, Gottesman, Gottesman. I apologize if I'm messing up the pronunciation, but Matt wrote an article about something I have been challenged by in the past, which is that whole finding your purpose in life. thing. And yes, even at my age, I still sometimes struggle, challenged, whatever the word is, by what the hell am I supposed to be doing nowadays? And the whole purpose thing. And the headline he wrote, I think, says it all, which is, and I quote, "Your purpose is not uncertain, you are." And
Oh,
with the subtitle, "Don't let the human in you talk you out of the soul in you."
whoa.
I know, right?
Wow. Yeah.
I know. So he even says, "I realize it's a heavy statement. Not everybody is uncertain in life, but it is an idea to explore, blah, blah, blah. Deep down inside, you actually know who you are and what you want to do. I guarantee that. How you get to that level of understanding about yourself is a different subject." And he says, "We all come to this life with purpose. You know it, God knows it, your soul knows it, your intuition keeps turning us on to it. And ultimately, it's something we never really stop questioning until we are actually living it." And the problem is, I don't want to read the whole thing, but I'll just one this other thing. It says, "Why is it that we inevitably know exactly what we want to do, ought to be doing, and feel so immensely called to it, but also grapple with the humanness
Mm,
like aspect of managing our physical world decisions that often run counter to our intuitive knowing?" And he says, "Because it's as simple as this, we are indeed humans. And we make it hard for ourselves because of thinking and all of that kind of crazy stuff that we do." So, yeah. He says, "You are not uncertain, but you might need practice." And this is where I'll let us kind of jump off on this. He says, "But you might need practice in listening to yourself, practice taking the right steps, and even practice taking a wrong step or two to observe how you feel in any given moment." I love that.
love
And
that.
for
Yes.
somebody like me, and again, we keep going back to things we've talked about in previous shows, and that's okay because not everybody was with us from the beginning. I still do a lot of the things that I was doing years ago when I would teach classes and adults on how to use their iPhones and their computers and stuff like that. And I think I wanted to do, and I want to continue to do that on my YouTube videos and stuff. We were just talking about that. And yet I find that I procrastinate over not doing it, over like, okay, I could be making a video today about whatever. Why aren't I doing it?
Hmm. Yeah,
Why
that's my
aren't I doing that?
question.
What's that?
I said, that's my question.
Why aren't I doing it? Right. So
Yeah.
again, as he says, you're not uncertain. And I believe that. I believe that I am, to use a double negative, I believe that I am not uncertain. I know that's a double negative. I believe that I am certain about what I want to do and that I want to accomplish and all that. But like he says, you might need some practice listening to yourself, taking the right steps, maybe even taking a wrong step to see how it feels and all of that. He says, when you're honest with yourself, things move faster. They may not always feel good at the moment, but neither does any other form of training. And we were just talking about paying somebody to do the sit-ups for you before the break. So
Right.
yeah, if I go to the gym or if you do your physical therapy for your, shoulder replacement there, yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to suck for that hour or however long it takes you to do it. And yet that is moving you toward a bigger goal, right?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
looking to do the rehab on your shoulder so that you regain full use of your shoulder and you can go back to your world championship pickleball play, or I just made that up,
Yeah.
but whatever it is. So you can get back to quote unquote normal life, or
Right.
whatever. And I want to go to the gym to, gain muscle or, flexibility, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever the goal is, you have a goal. I get it.
Right.
But we put it off, procrastinate, overthink, all of that stuff for all kinds of reasons. And one of them, like, is just being out of practice with the doing of the thing. And I
Yeah.
think that goes back to a little bit of what we talked about again with that Atomic Habit book of just find some little thing that you can do that moves you in that direction.
Right.
Or even if it doesn't, even if you go in the wrong direction, you're going to learn something from the mistake that you made and
Oh,
be okay with that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we go through everything. Everything. We're
Right.
learning and growing and evolving. Absolutely.
I did one of his last things I just throw this one last thing in, which is like, don't let the limits of being a human stop you from the limitlessness of your soul and what it can provide. Miracles and the extraordinary exist, but they require you to let go of the things that you see and do in the physical world. In other words, they require you to let go of only what you see. I like that he said only what you see. So in other
Yeah.
words, and again, this goes back to what you said in terms of there's all kinds of help out there for us. All you
Mhm.
got to do is ask or tap into it or whatever,
Yeah.
and it will show up for you one way or another.
Oh, absolutely.
So for those of you know, and again, it's all about being practical here on the practical path. How is that? Tell us a little bit more in your opinion about how is that help going to show up? What am I going to feel, hear, see, whatever? How is that going to, if I'm thinking I want to do something, but I'm finding myself being human and procrastinating or putting it off or whatever, and I ask for help, how does that help show up? What am I looking for?
Well, first of all, what is it that you feel that you're interested in doing? What makes you get up in the morning and go, oh, geez, I just really love this and I want to keep doing it. Like for me, I love assisting people, with guidance and with oracle cards and with hypnosis and, just being there, you know, to be a support, to inspire, to encourage.
Right.
So I have my passion finally, and I did that for years. I was doing all sorts of other things that I thought that I had to do, and then one day I said, I'm driving myself crazy. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do what I'm passionate about.
Right.
What I enjoy, and so I feel for you, you enjoy your technology. Me, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to run away from it, but you love it. So
Yes.
why are you questioning what you are so good at and I feel you're very passionate about? Using ourselves as an example. I have found my passion. I need to find an office in this small town where I can do it. That's, been a little bit of a roadblock. Yet I still am available for it, and I love it, and it just lights me up like a light bulb. I even said that last night to this young man I've been working with, and I said, "Oh my gosh!" I said, after the session, I said, I just feel like you lit me up like New York City. It was just so wonderful how in just a short time he just shifted so greatly.
Mhm.
So I feel everyone has to have a passion and to be willing to do whatever you need to do to embrace that passion.
Love it, but with all due respect, you didn't answer my question. So I'm
I'm
going to
sorry.
try. So I probably said it wrong. So let me
No,
try
probably
again.
me hearing it.
And that was, I recognize you recognize what you want to do to help people. We all do that. We all have our. I think at a basic level, I think that if we're honest with ourselves, that there is some form of help of service that we want to be to others, to ourselves, and to others.
Right?
Yours is through your practice, your card readings, your hypnosis, and all of that, your coaching and all that stuff that you do. Mine is through the technology of teaching people how to
Right.
use their crazy iPhones and all that sort of thing, whatever. So I get that, I do, and what you said is right. That is what I want to do, etc. My follow up to that is okay. I recognize that I
Right.
ain't doing it. I I'm not. So I'm asking the universe. I'm putting out the word. Maybe asking is the wrong word. I'm putting out the word. It's like, hey, I'm stuck on this. Give me some help with this. So recognizing that there's always help available.
Right.
How am I going to, what am I going to be looking for? How is that help going to show up in my life? I've already got the thing figured out.
Right.
Now I need help with the getting the ball rolling, so to speak.
So what I'm feeling is fear.
Uh-huh.
There's blockage. And
Right.
most of the time it's fear of, will I succeed? Will I be able to make money? Will I, be able to put food on my table? So where in you are you fearful of just taking that leap? And I had to do that. I mean, I was working, in a school system, and I finally just said, I can't do this anymore.
Mhm.
And then I tried an office job and I did that for a few years. And it was just one day I went, this isn't my life. I had to look at the truth of I'm hiding behind the stability of it. Like,
Mhm.
every day I would get paid, at the end of the week. But it just didn't fill myself up. And I found that I was getting angry and I was getting frustrated and I hated the thought of, oh God, I got to go back in today. So I had to sit down with myself and go, why do I not feel that I'm capable enough to do what I'm passionate about? Why am I hiding behind, these things that are the stability of things versus my passion of it?
Mhm.
I had to question myself of what am I afraid of? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Are people going to believe me? What's going on? So a lot of it went back to childhood of not ever feeling enough, that I wasn't enough. And sadly, I had parents, that, my dad was abusive and my mom was, oblivious because she had to be that way to survive. And I'm looking at it going, I'm following their footsteps. What am I, this is me. I have a lot more fire in me. I have a lot more passion in me. So I had to look at the truth of I was listening to stories of my past about how I wasn't good enough. And I had to go, I am. I mean, why do strangers come up to me and tell me their stories? And I'm looking at, things that happen, and I'm the first one that'll jump in and help somebody. And so I had to look at the truth of I am more than the stories that I've bought into.
Mhm.
And I think for
So,
me personally, that's a big one for me.
so a big piece of it is, like you said, recognizing, or at least doing a little search, a little self assessment
Hmm.
of why is it that I'm not doing the thing that I'm again.
Yeah.
I I guess I'm still a little, and you did a great job. You were the help that I was looking to receive in this moment. In the 5 minutes that has just passed, you were that angel. You were that guide that told Bill, "Okay, here's maybe what you should be looking at." Okay, I get it. All right. For somebody else who may not have a friend like you are to me or whatever, is where else are they going to get their little messages, their hints, their kick in the rear end, whatever, to have that kind of an aha moment? Perhaps is that maybe
Well,
I'm getting too in the weeds on that. I don't know, but I'm just
I
curious.
think
That's
you're right on track. And maybe,
yeah,
and that's, there's wonderful books out there. There's, people that, some, people like going to therapists. I more prefer going to more spiritual realm of that.
right,
To me, going out into nature and just, expressing yourself. Sometimes I think we have so much in us. I think sometimes you go out in the woods and you just scream things out, or take a stick and beat a rock or something. You got to get those out so that you can clear that, excuse me, but crap out so
right,
that you can see the truth of what is it that you want to do? What do you, how much do you believe in yourself? Writing about, some, things that you're feeling. Why are you feeling this? Um, Talking to a good friend, someone that you feel safe with, that you can say, my day, I just go through the days just existing, I don't know what's wrong, and feeling safe with that person that you can express yourself and they're going to support you.
mhm,
So, uh, you know, got to do the digging. You got to dig it down. You got to look into what
right,
is really going on, what is holding you back. And a lot of people don't want to look at that. You get up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you see your own best friend. What would you do for your own best friend? How would you support your best friend? How I
right,
support you, you support me.
right,
And knowing that, you know, you've got the courage, you've got the wisdom, you've got the strength to make changes. Yeah, it's going to be a little scary because you've been doing whatever, what you've known. And now all of a sudden you're going to step out and do something totally different. It takes a lot of courage.
right,
Yet you got to follow your heart.
right,
So
right,
I don't know if that answered the question or not. That's just how I feel. That's
right,
how I work with people, and when I work with them, I can sense and feel and know things about them immediately. And I dig in there and I use every tool I got to, help them to look at the truth of they're really amazing people and they deserve to live the life that they want.
Mhm. Yeah. No, I understand. I do get that. And I think, yes, that this is one of those, this is a case like we talked about before the break of you can't pay somebody to do the sit-ups for you, that you actually have to do that work yourself. And again, that the help will come along. And my question was, I guess, more mechanical about, what's going to, is a book going to fall off the shelf or, hit me on the head, or am I going to say, and that might, and I guess the point of all of it is just be, and one of my favorite new bumper sticker lines is be open and curious,
Yes. Yeah.
as to what might be coming your way. And if you ask a friend and they tell you something crazy, and don't just go, oh, that's crazy, I would never, that's not me. Well,
Maybe it is.
maybe it is, right? Maybe
And
they're
another
telling you something for a reason. Yeah.
and another thing that's important is take action.
Right.
Do something with it. Go to the library, call a therapist, call some spiritual guru that you like, you know, get, start doing things, maybe, go to some workshops,
Right.
something to go, okay, what can spark me? What's going to get me energized? What's going to get me in that right direction? And for me, it took being so frustrated that I hated what I was doing that it pushed me to look and go, well, what is it that I love?
Right. Right. Just to put a bow on this, and again, Matt Gottesman wrote this article on his own Substack. And if you don't know what Substack is, well, Google it. It's a place where people can write and post things. And it's kind of like Twitter, but for smart people, about your purpose, and not being is not uncertain, but you might be. He finishes it with 8 different observations. And I already did one of them about practice listening to yourself, practice taking the right steps, practice even making a mistake if you want to. A couple of others. When you don't know if you're reading the signs right, and he says from God, I would say from spirit, angels, whatever,
Yeah.
ask for the billboard. And if you need it to be more clear, ask for that as well, which I love that. And then, develop more trust in yourself. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like any relationship, you have to ask the right questions and to receive the right answers. So again, that's kind of the refining thing there as well. And number 7, not the last one, but one of my faves is don't let the limits of being a human, and we're all humans, don't let the limits of being a human stop you from the limitlessness your soul can provide.
Yes.
Miracles and the extraordinary exist, but they again, and I mentioned this already, but they require you to let go of things that you can only see with your physical senses. So I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So
Yep.
anyway,
Yep.
shout out. So do the what?
Do the digging.
Do the digging, and know that you might find some unpleasant things in that hole that you are digging. But the good news is, who said that? If you're, it's a country music song. If you're going through hell, just keep going, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Just keep going, because you get out the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my belief. So same thing with the digging. If you're digging into the reasons why you're doing something that you might not like, why the hell am I doing that? That's not helpful. Okay. Dig into a little bit more. Why am I doing these things? And like Vicki said, there's going to be all kinds of personal, spiritual, motivational reasons. But then when you get to that thing, keep digging, keep going, because you're going to get to, I believe, and I'll bet you are going to say the same. You're going to get to the bedrock reasons why you're doing something. And that's the real gold nugget that you're looking for. Yes. That's the thing that's going to help you go, oh, now I see. Now I can make a different decision about things.
So when we're little, we've got these great big people that are telling us, what to do, how to do it, so forth. So that gets ingrained. So that digging, you got to kind of get that ingrainment that's in there, if that's a word, and look at it and go, does it still fit, or is it is it time to let it go so I can bring something new in? And my favorite thing is there's a gift in everything.
Right.
Even in the digging, you're going to find all these gifts and be
Right.
open to receiving them. Also be open to being okay that, your parents, your teachers, whatever, did the best that they knew with what they had. So, releasing that energy by saying, they did the best they could, and they only did what, they knew to do and they passed it on to me. So again, being okay to let it go, yet look a little deeper of what courage, what strength, what love, what respect, what honoring have you done for yourself to do this digging, to look at it, to release it, to bless it, whatever is comfortable for you, and say, I'm creating a whole new beginning.
Right. You mentioned a great point there that I think some people get stuck on, and that is when we're doing the digging, you might come across that thing. Oh, I'm doing this thing, and it's like it sucks. I don't like that thing, but okay, I've uncovered this thing.
Yeah.
And I feel, because I know it for myself that I do it sometimes too, that's where I stop. That's where I stop, to use our metaphor, stop digging, right? I've come to this thing, this unpleasant memory, experience, whatever you want to call it. And that's okay, good. Nice job. The job ain't over yet.
Right. Keep going. And it's going to be a lifetime.
Right. Yes, of course. Of course. The job never ends. That's the bad news. And that's the challenging part.
Come on.
I know. All right. It's not bad. Yeah, I know. But the good news is you're doing the work. All right. Yeah. And I had to turn it into something positive there. Yes. Yes. It sucks that you found this thing. Well, it doesn't suck that you found it. The thing that you found might suck.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's better.
Yeah. Okay. I'm open. I'm curious. I want to do the work. I want to figure out why I keep doing this thing, or why I keep letting this thing stop me from what I want to do in life. Right? I think I have a purpose, and for some reason I'm not doing it. Why? Okay, good. Now you have a question. Good. Now we're going to do the digging part. It's like building a building, right? Okay, we have a blueprint. We know what we want to build. Now we have to actually put shovel to dirt and start building that foundation, or digging the basement, or whatever it is. So now we're going to start digging. Now we're going to find some things that we're not going to like. We're going to find out that I have, for reasons that may or may not be my own responsibility, somebody told me something somewhere and it made me believe a certain thing. Wow, that's really, I don't like that at all. That really sucks. Whatever. Okay, good.
Good.
You're not done. You're not done.
Right.
This is the part now where you get, I think, is the fun part. I think is the interesting part. And that is again, my favorite line. You have your favorite lines. I have my favorite line.
Mm-hmm.
Making a different decision.
Yes.
Your old decision wasn't wrong. I'm not telling you you were stupid or did things wrong or whatever way back then. You did what you thought was best back then based on the information you had. Now, maybe you'd like to make a different decision. Okay, I can think about it this way. I can act this way, where I used to act that way. Now I'm going to act this way, or whatever. And again, hopefully, small things lead to bigger things. Boy, it's all coming together in this show, isn't it? How we just put all these little puzzle pieces together. That I'm going to start making a different decision, and that means I'm going to do X instead of Y. I'm going to, whatever it is. Right. And because there's so many different things you can change in life, so many different things.
Oh, gosh.
From, the way you wear your hair, to what you eat, to the way you talk to friends and family and whatever.
Relationships, everything.
So much. That's not important. The important thing is, what am I going to do different? Recognizing, as Vicki said, I might fall down. I might trip. I might get smacked in the face. Who knows? But it's worth the work of just keep doing it. Just keep going.
And you know what the bow is on all of this?
Tell me.
Self-love. Right.
Oh my God. I mean, folks, if you haven't figured it out, I think I'm pretty sure 99.972% of Vicki's work with people is about self-love.
Yes.
figuring out that you are worth the effort.
Yes.
And I think with that in mind, that's a whole nother show, and that's could be a whole nother week's month's worth of shows, and maybe it will be. But yeah, absolutely.
But that's
That
what it is.
right.
It's ultimately self-love. So when you get up in the morning, you look in that mirror, you're looking at your own best friend, and what are you going to do for that person? How are you going to set your day? What intentions are you going to make? And that goes out to everybody. Whatever anybody else does with what you're putting out there is up to them. You're still putting that out there, and that's what's really important.
Right. And if you need a question, or if you need a prime something to prime the pump, you can, like you said, you can look at that person in the mirror, in the bathroom mirror in the morning as you're brushing your teeth and going, what can I do for you today, my friend? How can I help you today? How can I support you today?
Absolutely.
Right. Right. And different days, it's going to be different things. And that's what friends are for, as they say. So yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
good friends are very important too. Absolutely.
Yeah. But especially the friend that, again, the friend that you are to yourself is
Yes,
like,
that's the
is
first one.
the first one in the process.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So there
But
you
to
go.
have a support team too, people that you can rely on, that you can be safe with, that you can express yourself, and they're still going to love you. They might, cross their eyes and go, oh God, but here we go again.
Right.
Hey, do you have
Right.
any experience with that, Bill?
No experience with that at all.
Yet knowing that they're always going to be there for you
Right.
because
Right.
you're there for yourself.
And that's, again, that's the important part. I mean, look around in your life. You have, I'm hoping, I'm guessing that you have, and when I say you, I'm talking to all our listeners, that if you think about it, there are friends or family. They don't have to be family. They can be friends. They can whatever,
Mhm.
that are there for you no matter what.
Yep. And
Why can't you do that for yourself? And the answer is you can. Do
oh
that
yeah,
for yourself as well. Be there for yourself as well. The way that friend who doesn't know you as well as you know yourself, and yet they are still going to be always there for you. Wow, what a gift. What a blessing. All right, good. If they can do it for yourself, you can do it for yourself.
absolutely.
Just a thought. and it's a good one. And it's a good one to wrap things up on. Holy cow, we've gone through another hour. Look at that.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Vicki Wagoner does this. Vicki Wagoner does this for a living. She helps people I mean, you're getting, again, you, our listeners, you're getting these sessions for nothing, and we love you and we appreciate you, and, give it a thumbs up or a 5-star review wherever you're listening to it. That's great. But if you would like even more help, Miss Vicki is available personally. So if someone were interested in that, how do they get a hold of you, ma'am?
Well, they can call or text 239-248-0586 or email me at Vicki, Vicki Wagoner, Wagoner, 53 @gmail.com.
There you go. And
Can you tell-
I'll be your computer's best friend. How's that?
Okay. Good. And
Look
what
me
is
up
that, Bill?
on YouTube at Bill's iPhone Tips. That's good. All this is in the show notes. If you want to check back with an actual written list of all of that, just check the show notes for this wherever you are listening to this. We appreciate it. So as always, Ms. Vicki, again, fabulous. The hour always flies by, and I always appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, we have a great time. Thank you. This is so much fun. It lights me up.
There you go. Awesome. All right, everybody, go out there, be your own best friend for the week. That's your homework for the week. Be your own best friend. And if you need some help figuring that out, well, come back next week and we'll talk about it some more. But
Absolutely.
until then, have a great week, and we will see you then. Take care.